Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review She Kills. She gets revenge the only way she knows how, with her STD Satan-infected vagina.
Written and directed by Ron Bonk, starring Jenny Russo, Trey Harrison, and Michael Merchant, She Kills is about a woman who has a Satan-infected vagina. People smell her vagina and immediately go crazy and need to rape her. This is a rape revenge movie where she needs to get revenge on her rapists after getting her vagina exorcised. Not with dicks, I mean like an exorcism. So what do we like?
This film had awesome characters. Dirk is the best character.
Dirk, so, leader of this here gang, the Touchers.
He's played by Trey Harrison, and god damn it, it's like Ben Stiller from Dodgeball, or like Heavyweights. He has the most ridiculous mustache, but his mannerisms, the way he delivers his dialogue, it's hilarious. Another member of the Touchers gang is Michael Merchant.
I'm Reggie. We met earlier, and I swing a mean staff.
He was more gangly in his movements, and it was pretty funny, and his facial reactions were very over the top.
Also, he's extremely creepy, licking his lips all the time. It's worth noting that this is definitely a satire on 70s exploitation with some Lovecraftian vagina stuff going on. And I guess maybe a little Kill Bill. There's some Asian influence at times. It's just really fucking wacky. And while not all the jokes work, there are a lot of fun moments in it. And the different styles that it takes on are actually really done well. They captured the 70s feel. In the Asian segments, they definitely captured the Asian cinematography with all the zooms. All of the editing and the production value is really high for a seemingly very low budget movie.
There was plenty of on-screen gore, which was good. And a lot of the camera tricks they use, with the transitions and the cutaway shots, it felt seamless.
Jenny Russo, who played our main girl, Sadie, she was pretty good. It's really unfortunate living with Satan in your vagina, so I felt for her.
He knows firsthand.
My secret. Leafy's gonna make a fucking video on this, hashtag YouTube drama. She was a pretty fun character. She was really shy and coy at the beginning because she's supposed to be this very innocent girl, and she kind of becomes a badass by the end of the movie. So it was neat kind of seeing her character try and figure out what the fuck is going on while we're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. She was a shy, innocent person, but she was topless and naked for a lot of the movie, which is great. She has stupendous boobs. Now, what didn't we like?
The biggest issue here is the story is kind of all over the place. There's a lot of WTF moments and a lot of cringe, especially because you don't know what's going on. I get where the satire comes in, but at the same time, it's like Kung Fu Hustle, but not as funny.
Yeah, a lot of moments in this movie also last way too long. There is one fight scene that lasts about 10 to 15 minutes. We have a dance sequence that lasts about 10 minutes. It's not funny, and it never gets funny. The initial joke that they're making is just not fun. Or it's cringeworthy. For example, the big rape scene. They were trying to make light of it by giving these people their primal instincts essentially. And so they're jumping around like apes. But when the scene lasts 6 to 8 minutes, it's just awkward. And it's a rape scene, so it's twice as awkward. The joke that's trying to lighten the rapey mood isn't funny, and it's not light enough to take you out of the whole situation. It's just weird.
So this is 5-10 minutes into the movie. So when you're trying to draw your audience in, and this is what they have, and they don't know what to expect, it's kind of like a, do we continue watching, or do we just shut it off right now because is this what we're in store for? And essentially it is what you're in store for.
I think that's probably gonna be the downfall for this movie. If you get to the 15-minute mark and you haven't enjoyed a joke, then you're gonna hate the rest of the movie, that's for fucking sure. Or you need to drop a couple tabs of acid and enjoy the ride. Who the fuck writes these? I know it's Ron Bonk. What the fuck is going on?
There's another issue with the humor is the potty humor in this film. There's one scene in particular with Blue in the car. It's too much. Like, it really is. It's just poo shooting everywhere.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. She Kills is a very different sort of movie. I'm not a fan of this style of humor, and so I didn't really enjoy myself watching it. I do commend Ron and the team that put this movie together because it looked great. It sounded pretty decent. I did like the soundtrack as well. And I thought the acting was really well done. However, the story is just a jumbled up mess. It's mega cringe to me. I didn't like many of the jokes, and I thought a lot of the scenes were on for way too long to try and make a joke, but the joke didn't end up being funny anyway, so they may as well just stopped it right when they started it. I think a lot of you might like it, but this is not for me. So I'm gonna give this 1 cat bow staff out of 5.
I think there's a lot of good in She Kills that you could take away from this film. This film has some very interesting characters, and all the different kills look great on screen. Ron Bonk did a great job with the production value in this movie, and it looks nice. But looks aren't everything.
Don't we know it, John?
The core of this movie is the story, and the story is the weakest thing in this film. It's just all over the place. It's really confusing. There's jokes that just aren't funny, and there are some jokes that are funny, but when you weigh the bad to the good, the bad is definitely outweighing this one. Despite all the sweet gore, the sweet nudity, and the interesting characters, there's just nothing to back it up. You gave us all potatoes when we wanted the meat.
There's debatably too much meat in this movie.
So with that being said, I'm gonna give this film 1.5 silly smooches out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't and you do want to check it out, there are links in the description where you can find it. And this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.